this fashion show that I put on was really about the models. It wasn't about the clothes or anything else. And that was really special because that never happens.
For most students, this just looks like a regular campus. But for one particular Roosevelt High School senior, his school grounds seem to have the potential for much more. What started as just a normal high school courtyard turned into a runway for a nighttime student fashion show, created by the hands of Connor Anderson.
I did this to give students an opportunity to shine on the runway. A lot of them had expressed interest in becoming models prior, but they felt like because of their body shape or their looks, they were unable to achieve that dream, and I wanted to make that dream come true for them. I also wanted to show off how fashionable Roosevelt High School can be and in our unique space.
His experiences in the fashion industry inspired him.
Last year, I went to Paris for Paris Fashion Week, and the final show that I went to was the Saint Laurent Women's Winter 2022 show. And that show took place almost directly underneath the Eiffel Tower at night. And for that show, they lit up the Eiffel Tower in a bright white color, and then they had sparkly lights and spotlights, a whole light show, while the models were walking the runway. I wanted to host this show in the courtyard because it's a really inspiring space, and I thought, Eiffel Tower, bell tower, hey, we could make something work with that. The mural depicts the almost 100-year history of Roosevelt High School, and I wanted to have models walk past that as a way of passing through time, so to speak.
The process of creating the show took Connor months to complete. He had plenty of ideas, but Connor needed to seek the approval of administration. Then he would also need to find where to get chairs, lights, and a sound system in order to make his vision come to life.
So I looked around to see where we could get some really strong lights, and I found Mrs. Taraoka was willing to help and use the lights from the digital media program.
But unfortunately, things did not go immediately as planned, as Connor was faced with an unexpected circumstance just hours before the show.
It started to rain extremely heavily in this courtyard, and the courtyard flooded. That was very concerning because it's an outdoor show, and at about 3:55 the rain miraculously stopped. When we planned setting up for the show, we factored in about an hour just in case of any issues or difficulties, and it rained for exactly an hour. So although we were an hour behind schedule, we were just on time.
Despite the rain's delay, the show still went on. And at 7 p.m., the runway was put to work by 25 students modeling outfits they styled and put together.
This fashion show that I put on was really about the models. It wasn't about the clothes or anything else. And that was really special because that never happens. So I'm so glad that the models had a really good time and they really enjoyed themselves and they really had their opportunity to shine. And that made me really happy.
This is Sydney Sun from Roosevelt High School for HIKI NŌ on PBS Hawaiʻi.